Let's see what we get tonight. Yo, Merab is arguably top five all time. I think when he beats Jan again, he's top five all time. Jan's on a crazy, or Merab's on a crazy run right now. Is anyone else so a bit disappointed in the main event being Merab Jan too? Like, I think everyone was expecting Volkanovski to be in the main event, and then now it's Merab. And I'm not even a Merab hater because I actually find him emoting on people in the cage and his recent fights anyway pretty entertaining. But I just don't care about Merab Yan too. Merab smoked him easy first time around, so it's like what I don't get. Like why people are so hyped about it. Yeah, I don't know why Volk hasn't fought. I guess because they're going to Australia, but like, surely you knew that ages ago. Sean Brady Malls Morales. I'm picking Sean Brady to win, but I wouldn't say Malls. I'm like, Michael Morales is good. He's got good boxing, and he hits hard. And Sean Brady gets stopped by Bilal Muhammad. I actually think that is like a problem that for Sean Brady that is going to make people very hesitant to pick him in some matchups because he got stopped by Bilal. You look like Caleb Plant. No. I have Sean by decision. Dana needs to leave. Yeah, he's never going to leave. Bilal by TKO watch. Ian Gary beats Bilal Muhammad. Pantoja or Van. I think Pantoja. I think his grappling is going to be too much. I think he subs him. Yeah, UFC 322 stacked. It's a good card. 321 sneakily good as well, though. What about Bilal's Canelo hands? I don't know. I just think Ian Gary manages distance well, and I think like the stomps of the knee and the kicks and all, Bilal's going to really have a hard time dealing with that. Hot take UFC 300 was ass. That's awful. What's fight of the year so far? Good question. Fight of the year? I really liked Volkanovski, Diego Lopez. Don't know if that's fight of the year, but I like that fight. Why is there three people with the same profile picture? I don't know. Umar was Merab's toughest fight. Yeah, that's true. Masvidal versus Shimaev. Shimaev smokes him. Yeah. I hate the fact we've got women's co-main events at 321 and 322. Islam Daladov, Yoey Duck, Reese McKee. What are your opinions on John Jones? I think he's the GOAT. Eyebrow reveal, yo, look. Right in front of you, mate. Eyebrow reveal. Like, why do people ask such fucking stupid questions? You think anyone beats Volk? Movsar Evloev beats him. Ilya versus Yair is what? Paddy beats Islam by armbar? No. Yeah, I thought O'Malley was going to be on the December card. Unless they're just like saving all the big names for Paramount. I don't know. Yeah, Merab's easily fighter of the year. Movsar does beat Volk. Movsar's the best featherweight right now in the UFC. UFC 323 main and co-main predictions. Merab decision, Pantoja sub. Paddy doesn't submit Islam. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen. Armin beats Ilya. Don't see it. Really don't see it. I know, but this isn't a prime Volkanovski anymore. So this isn't going to be the same level of Volk that fought Islam first time. Plus, Movsar's got underrated boxing as well. One unranked fighter that's going to be a future champion. Good question. An unranked fighter right now that I think is going to be champion. I need to check. I don't think this guy is ranked. In fact, I know for a fact he's not ranked. Yeah. I think Jacob Smith, welterweight, is going to be champion later on. Cejudo versus Talbot is a fight that you would see be announced in the corner of the screen, literally. Yeah, that is that type of shit. Yo, how the fuck is Peyton Talbot getting a top 10 ranked fighter? Does Batista beat Umar? No. Max TKO Charles, I agree. Islam beats every lightweight right now, not Ilya. Merab will retire as the GOAT. Merab's on a crazy run right now. There, when Merab beats Jan, he's genuinely top 5 all time. Jack won't KO Islam. Islam's going to sub JDM inside 3 rounds. Prime Izzy versus Prime Prohaska. Yuri Prohaska. Adesanya couldn't keep Prohaska off him. Like Adesanya, yes, he can hit hard. He knocked out Pereira and what he done to Whitaker, but he doesn't have that type of power, that shot to put Yuri Prohaska out cold. Merab's already top 5. There's an argument to be had there. Toporia's brother could potentially be champion. I feel like Toporia's brother's more focused on Ilya's career than his own, so I don't think that's going to happen. Next for Johnny Walker. This is a fight that doesn't make any sense at all. I would like to see Johnny Walker, Yuri Prohaska. Yo, tell me that there. That's an interesting matchup. Ilya doesn't stand a chance with Islam. In what sense? But that doesn't make sense. And I know you're not saying it in a bad way, but to say the lack of finishes on Merab's resume is what's going to hinder him. Yo, look at GSP. GSP for years was just getting decisions. He wasn't finishing anybody. So what's the difference? Benil Dariush beats Benoit Saint-Denis. I think you do Ulberg versus Pereira next. What's up, man? I'd probably say Topuria beats Malcolm Wellmaker. Need to see a bit more about him. Yeah, Murad's just happy to be there. Does Connor beat Chandler? Yes. Yeah. I hope though when Merab beats Jan and Pantoja beats Joshua Van, they end up doing a super fight. Favorite UFC fighter of all time, it's McGregor. He scratches. Stretch. What the fuck does that mean? Merab beats Volk? I don't think so. Pantoja's not even 20 all time. I don't know about that. I think Merab has a better chance of beating Movsar Evloev than he does Volk. Nobody beats Aspinall right now, I agree. Hamzi Azam, don't want you anywhere near the live, brother, I'm going to be honest. But who do they fight, though? Pantoja's not top 5 all time. There's no current data to indicate that Connor beats Chandler. Belief, dream, believe, achieve. What are we doing here? Connor would school Chandler, yeah. Let's go school. Where's Noah? McGregor at the Habib first press conference was fucking aura forming. Like, that's next level aura. I need an edit made right now by someone. I need the McGregor highlights from the Habib first press conference with slow to yeet in the background. I need that now. Someone get that shit made and tag me. Max versus Charles is so sick because Charles is so dangerous on the ground, on the feet, in the clinch, and on the floor. And Max's boxing and footwork is elite. It's cool because they're a nightmare matchup. Yeah, it is a fun matchup, but Oliveira normally gets his takedowns by getting a body lock up against the cage. And Max has got really good takedown defense, so I just don't even see him really getting Max to the ground. Yeah, they are. Charles beats Max. No, he doesn't. Panto Javan and the winner. No, Paddy Pimblett. I don't know who Paddy's going to fight next. Chandler's the easiest fight for Conor because he has no footwork or defense and entertains. Yeah, that's true. I think Max TKOs him, to be honest. John Jones is very overrated. No. Who should Fiziev fight next? Probably do him versus Paddy's an option. Um, do you do Paddy Moicano? Although Moicano's on a 2-fight losing streak, so I don't really see what would be the point in that. I can see Charles versus Max rematch being very similar to the Poirier versus Oliveira as of right now. You should make a Discord, bro, for your server. What does that mean? What does that mean? Make a Discord for your server. What does that mean, bro? Reyes was never great. Reyes is in the same category as a Garbrandt, in my opinion. Bilal versus Ian Gary beats him. I meant for your channel, my bad. I don't even know how to set that shit up. I maybe need to chat GPT it. How's the game going? Slow and steady, mate, to be honest. I haven't really been at it much. Everyone cover their ears. I work a full-time job. So I haven't really been able to do much of it. Do you compete too? I haven't fought in like almost a year. I do train when I can, but I'm getting an operation on my nose in a couple of weeks, so I've kind of stayed away from anything like that because if this breaks, I can't get it done, and I need it done because I can't fucking breathe. Orman beats Paddy. That's a valid take. Max Schools, Charles, he's too good right now. Yeah, I think Max beats him on the feet. New nose is dope. I haven't got the new nose yet. I'm gonna get it. I get it the 12th of November. I go in for my operation. Paddy doesn't deserve Max fight. He can fight BSD. Now let's get Paddy active. Like, are you getting bigger nostrils? Nah. So what it is, it's not a nose job. I'm not getting it for like a cosmetic look. I've got too much tissue up here. So like it makes it hard for me to breathe through my nose. Like that's like all I can get out of that 24/7. I can't really breathe out of it. So I need to burn a lot of tissue up here and then straighten this, my septum. I think that's what you call it. And I should be able to breathe properly. Do you think any of Ilya's recent wins could beat him in a rematch? Maybe Max? Yeah, I'm a complete mouth breather when I sleep. Maybe need 3 nostrils, yo, maybe. Jones would submit Pereira in a round. I actually think Pereira could give Jones a pretty tough fight, maybe, but don't know. I think Jones's grappling is maybe next level. Top 3 fighters, what right now, or all time, or what are we doing? How do you breathe with a mouthpiece in? It's very difficult. Breathing through my mouth the whole time. I think Taporia moves up after beating Gaethje. I don't know why people say he's going to fight Armin, Paddy, and then move up and fight Islam. Islam will retire by then, probably. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think it's probably going to be that. Ilya knocks out Gaethje. If Islam beats JDM, Ilya calls him out. They let Ilya move up. Armin fights Paddy, or Armin fights Max for the vacant title. Top 3 noses in the UFC. Derek Lewis has definitely got a good nose to breathe out of. Who else? McGregor's nose is probably cooked from all the shit he's been sniffing, so not him. Usman's definitely got that ultra breather attached to his face. I don't know who else. Merab, obviously, the guy's got like a third fucking lung. Bilal's nose, nah. Yo, Bilal looks like that thing at a sausage party so bad it's crazy. No, I don't think that's a retire well. Guy's got pretty ass striking. Who's next for Merab? If he beats Peter Yan, they're probably going to do the Umar rematch right away. Hamzat is overrated, negative. Yeah, I mean, I've kind of got off the Grant Dawson hype train after Bobby Green stopped him, I'm going to be honest. Volk is a top two fighter of all time. I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, that's the list I'd go for. Hot take CM Punk GOAT. Is that a hot take? Yeah, DDP had a crazy run. Like, where are you? Where the fuck is DDP? Let's get a fight announced. No, Armin won't finish Dan inside of a round. Chris Duncan fan. Yo, I always pick that guy to lose and he just keeps winning. Volk is definitely top 10. Yeah, he is top 10 all the time. Who's next for Strickland? Is it Adesanya? Seems like Strickland doesn't want the Adesanya fight, so it might be Anthony Hernandez. I don't know. Kyle versus DDP next. I think DDP beats him, to be honest. I think DDP beats him. I thought Kyle Bralho was overrated, to be honest. I don't know why people were picking him to beat Imavov. If Charles beats Holloway, does he stay on or retire? If he don't and beats Orman for title, he's top 10 all time. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yo, who do you have? Islam's the best lightweight of all time. Who's number two? Yeah, although Merab called him out, so maybe that's the state of the bantamweight division. Everyone's already been beat by Merab, so Figueiredo's like a fresh matchup. He'd still get beat though. Imagine Hamzat versus Pereira catchweight. Hamzat beats him. Yeah, I think it's either Habib or Charles. Colby's the GOAT, negative. Roy Nelson. Habib's number two. Yeah, he probably is. It's either him or Oliveira. Yeah, that's not a bad top four. I think there's an argument Charles could be above him, but I just don't know if I'm a certified kebab hater. Yeah, it would be. I think Taporia stops him. I think Taporia knocks him out. Islam subs JDM inside three. Charles got most subs, yeah. Charles Oliveira's been in the UFC since the fucking dawn of time, though. Is Usman in the title picture if he gets a big win? Yo, where is Usman? What the fuck's this guy doing? What does Pantoja need to do to become the flyweight GOAT? Maybe like defend the belt 2, 3 more times. Charles finished really competitive above Habib. Although people will say about the losses, Yuri moved to middleweight, Yuri versus DDP would be a war. Or DDP maybe just moves up instead of having Yuri drop down. Where is Buckley? Yeah, I know. Hopefully they're saving Joaquin Buckley for Shavkat's return. Joaquin Buckley can put him on a fucking t-shirt. Usman Ultra Nose. Kamaru. Ultra Nose. Usman. Nah, Usman loses to Jay. Usman loses to Bilal, Islam, JDM, Ian Gary. Nah, Brady should be fine. If Brady beats Morales, he's fighting for the belt. Has to. Shavkat beats Brady. I don't think that's a bad take. Max Holloway top 10 all time. No, he's not. Merab top 3 all time. I think when he beats Yan again, he's definitely in that conversation. Have you got Brady winning? Yeah. Good luck against Jordan. Yeah, yo, let's stop that shit now. Who's your top five all time? Top five all time would probably be in no order. We're just gonna name off five people: Jones, GSP, Islam Volk, Demetrius Johnson, maybe. Merab might creep in at five. Yuri versus Prime Rampage would be insane. Yuri knocks him out cold badly. Shavkat Prime is getting wasted bad, man. Shavkat's overrated as hell. If you beat Charles Jordan, who you calling out next? Yo, I'm not. I'm not Davy Grant. Yeah, so let's cut the shit. Habib super overrated and underrated at the same time. Yo, I understand completely what you mean. By the way, Ian Gary in a full camp beats Shavkat. I don't care what anybody says. I don't think he can be. I think JDM batters Shavkat badly, like beats the fuck out of him bad. I even think Joaquin Buckley beats him bad, like really badly. Daniel Cormier is top five UFC fighter of all time. He's definitely top 10. Yeah, Yuri does leave Rampage on a t-shirt. Yo, Yuri Prohaska would leave Rampage Jackson like Raja Jackson left Psycho Stu. Facts. Yeah, Davy Grant's beating Charles Jordan. What happened to Shavkat's aura? Was just never there. Buckley beats Shavkat, I'm telling you. Shavkat doesn't shoot like your traditional double leg, single legs. It's more like in the clinch, and Joaquin Buckley's going to match him in strength, in my opinion. And on the feet, Shavkat's there to be hit all day. Striking defense isn't great. Nah, I'm glad Killer Roy Tree gets slapped. Daniel Cormier is the greatest light heavyweight of all time. No, he's not. Yuri versus Ank next or Ulberg. Ulberg should be fighting Pereira next, in my opinion. Yeah, get Shavkat on Misfits or something. That's where he should be heading. Come on, Shavkat. You started watching MMA after Conor McGregor. I think a lot of people did, mate. Pereira KOs him easy. KOs who? Oh, Ulberg. Yeah, I agree. Buckley versus Prates, who would win? Probably Carlos Prates. Yeah, Shavkat versus Saul Papi. Nah, Buckley on the feet would just be too much for Shavkat. I think Yuri would beat Magomed Ankalaev. Yeah, Carlos Prates would just snipe him. Long, rangy southpaw. That's a disaster matchup for Joaquin Buckley. But Shavkat, on the other hand, a blockhead that walks forward and is easily hit. That's money for Joaquin Buckley. Nah, Ank doesn't beat Yuri. Paddy doesn't butcher Yuri. Or Paddy doesn't butcher Ilya, by the way. Yuri versus Blachowicz is a fight we need next year in Europe. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That should be a main event like Czech Republic or Poland. Jan beats Bogdan Guskov, in my opinion. Magomed should low-key move up. RDR beats Amavov. No, he doesn't. Lopez should fight Rodriguez. I agree. Cejudo beats Talbot easy. But like Cejudo's an Olympic gold medalist, and on the, I think, but Cejudo doesn't take people down and control them. That's a problem I have. And on the feet, like Cejudo isn't as fast as what he once was, and Talbot's got some pretty decent striking. Yeah, Hamza beats him, but Amavov's resume is crazy. Fluffy is the hardest fight for Hamza at 185. No, he's not. He's just not. Favorite card this year, 314. 314 was freaking awesome. Arsenal versus Pereira is a bigger draw for the White House event than Connor Chandler. Like, it's not. It's really not. Gear shouldn't be taken into account in the GOAT discussion. But then, like, half the GOAT list has to go then. I think Strickland will be Hamzat's toughest fight, to be honest. Diego Lopez versus Yair next. Yeah. Although I don't know what the fuck Yair's doing to mix it up and get a decision win. Yeah. RDR would have TKO'd Anthony Hernandez. I completely agree. He does not deal well with shots to the body. Those knees from RDR up the middle would have fucking butchered him. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't see the point in having Topuria versus Paddy in LA. What the fuck's the point in that? If you're gonna do Ilya versus Paddy, it has to be in Europe. There's no point wasting that fight in America. Doesn't hit the same. Fluffy does not like body shots. Yeah, completely agree with you. Calf kicks are fake. What the fuck? Yeah. RDR beats him bad, in my opinion. It has to be Orman. Orman for what? I think if you're going to have to pour a headline a stadium in Spain, it is against Paddy. Makes the most sense, unless you're going to do Islam. Isn't Ilya fighting Justin next? I mean, that's the talk. I haven't watched all of Contender Series from last night, so I need to go and watch some of it. The spinning elbow, though, looked fucking disgusting. I seen MMA Guru's video on having more Contender Series, which I agree on. Like, don't don't bring Patchy Mix to the UFC. The guy's ass, and you're probably paying him a fortune. Get that guy fucking going. That doesn't make any sense because Charles Oliveira initiated the grappling with Ilya, and Ilya shocked him off and put him in a crucifix. So that doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, hello, Sir Crafty. What the fuck does that mean? She just turned 25. She Ilya is an elite grappler. Yeah, that's true. Thoughts on Tom Aspinall? I think Aspinall beats Gan. I don't think Aspinall beats Gan, though, as quick as Jones did, in my opinion. I don't think he beats him as quick. And then that's going to be the whole talking point. Jonathan Bones Jones beat him quicker. What is elite grappling? He showed it against Oliveira. Do you like BJJ? Yeah. It's something I really want to get into. Who next for Talbot if he beats Henry? I don't know. Figueredo, maybe? You look like Merab. So he's going to be banned after this. Thank you for the follow, mate. I think Volkov beats Almeida. Gonna be honest. Pantoja is the most majestic fighter. By what deal, boy? Ilya showed grappling against Charles. Yeah, he did. Oliveira initiated a takedown. He shook it off and put him in crucifix. How the fuck's that not showing grappling? I think Islam will wear gloves. No, I think he fights in bare knuckle. Thank you for the follow, mate. Pantoja versus Merab won't happen. Yeah, probably won't. Ain't no way what. That's what happened. Oliveira initiated grappling. Topuria shocked him off, put him in a crucifix, and then fucking knocked him out on the feet. I don't understand what you mean by that. Oliveira tried to grapple with Topuria. I mean, that's a crazy run if he does that. As well as everything else he has. Right, I'm away. I need to play Battlefield 6. Adios, amigos. Bum, 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 bum.